Hey guys, RC here, back with episode 51 of the Journeyman. Unfortunately, I did not get any feedback whatsoever on the job situation. So we've moved on, and I've made my own decision. And um, anyway, we're coming back today for the Champions Cup first qualifying phase, and we are playing Dost. I don't know who that is. I don't really care who that is. We should beat them. I mean, I don't even know where this is in the scheme of things. I have no idea how many rounds or anything else they have. Anyway, so as far as the job front goes, let's take a look here. Quite a few head coaching jobs. AS Monaco, I did apply. I went ahead and applied for the job. I did not quit Hammarby, which I'm glad I did not. So I went to the interview, and you got to remember, just because they interview you doesn't mean you actually officially apply for the job. So I applied for the job as well. I could not declare interest because the weird thing was AS Monaco appeared on this screen, but never appeared here. So I never had the option where it showed applied, which was weird. But anyway, applied for the job, had a good interview, and evidently they are still harping in the interview process about some locker room issue that I evidently had at Ubuntu or Steenberg, I guess. I don't know. It must have been Ubuntu because, so I'm like, hello, we've accomplished quite a bit since then. Anyway, so they decided to go in a different direction. In the meantime, I actually, Bremen, Hoffenheim, Colm, Olympique de Marseille, Moscow, Zenit, who else? Those teams have all offered me interviews while I was waiting to hear back from Monaco, and I rejected them. I refused to interview. I just did not want to go overboard. And the other thing was, when I was looking at the club reputation, I was using Monaco as kind of a line of demarcation. So they were like number 20 in the world. And, then we have to come down here to, I think Olympique Lyon, whatever. They offered me an interview. Moscow offered me an interview. Gelsenkirchen offered me an interview. Hoffenheim offered me an interview. Zenit offered me one. And who else? Olympique de Marseille, I think, offered me one. Colm offered me one. And, so right now I'm scrolled all the way to the bottom of this list. And remember, we talked a few episodes back. We've gotten notification that next season we're actually going to be right below Southampton here. We're going to, or right above Southampton, one of the two. We're like right here is where we're at. We counted them out. So, I really didn't want to come into a club way down here. So I was kind of trying to stay up in the continental range. But again, I didn't take any of the other job interviews because I didn't want to just be grasping at any job. So when Monaco passed on me, I was a little disappointed. We'll see what happens, but right now I've kind of resolved myself to finish out this season. As we talked about in the asking for help episode, which again I didn't get any help. Thanks, guys. It we'll be at the mid-season point, and I think that's going to be a place to maybe jump in to one of these upper leagues. And in all honesty, that might be a point that some of the upper tier teams about, let's see, let's look at some of these clubs. Staff, job security. All right, so this is where like a Bayern or a Dortmund may come available in the German first. We might get Monaco's probably the second best job behind PSG, so not going to really get a better opportunity than that. I don't really want to go to Russia. I just don't want to go there. None of the Portuguese teams have approached me. Sporting might be. I wonder. Sporting might be interesting. Let's check. All right, so they're sixth. They're one below France. But see, I'm kind of waiting. The Spanish first hasn't come in yet, nor has Serie A. And I'll be honest, outside of let's see, preview. See, I don't even know what these stand for, right? I mean, Sporting's really the only one that I recognize. I am sure that, I would know these teams and they go by another name of some sort, but I don't know what it stands for. So, that's something to maybe look at. And who else? Let's see. We were looking at Portugal, France. So, and again, none of these have come into play. Oh, you know what? And I've added that. When does that come in? Okay, so German first is added. All right, the Eredivisie comes in on July 7th. Where is France is in? All right, Spain comes in a week, less than a week. And who else am I missing? Portugal, Russia. Oh, Italy comes in on the 30th of next year? Holy shit. I got to wait another year for those guys? Why? All right, well, if anybody knows why these dates are what they are, let me know. I mean, I assume... Oh, let's see. German first division. So let's cancel that. I want to go to cancel. Let's see. Come on. Staff. No. All right. So I don't want that. All right. I want to go here. And I'm just going to pick Bayern as... All right, so that they start in September. All right, that's odd. Now, when does Serie A? All right, let's just go to Juventus. And see, they're not showing up at all. So I don't know what their season is. It's just Champions Cup. All right, anyway, so that's what's going on. So I think I'm just going to stick it out with the Swedish league here. And I don't know, maybe we just make a go of it and make this the last stop of our career. I don't know. All right, we played our 3-5-2. I was just trying to develop it through the friendlies. Did okay with it. So now we're going to move in and we're going to put our top club out. At least the ones that are registered, Calvin McDonald, auto number, submit. So let's get into it. So that was almost 10 minutes of me just catching you guys up on the job status, right? So let's get into some football. All right, we're in the green. Mia Dost is in the red. I guess I should have looked and seen where they're from. Oh, that was a piss poor pass. Oh, Lovedahl made a nice run. Tony in the corner. Beautiful finish. Not a very good job by the keeper. They've got to be a much lower side. You know, that's my thinking, especially here in this first leg. Yeah, we don't need to watch that. Let's cut these off and try to streamline the games in this episode. If we really destroy these guys, I may not even come back for the second leg. Lovedahl, cross in. Tony missed. Should have had that. Probably should have had your second goal. Haas just came back from injury, and now he is dead again. Wow. I do not have a defensive center back here, do I? Well, that's troubling. Wow, I don't have anybody that can play. I don't have anybody on the back line. I didn't even think to look at that. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Well, let's go with defensive. A defensive mid is probably my best bet. Can Lindell play? Lindell can play in there at least a little bit, so we'll go with that. That's going to give us some problems. And again, I had issues with registration, and all having to do with, there's a goal by Solanke. It had to do with players raised by the club between the 18th and 21st birthdays. So I've got quite a few of my starters and bench players that are Swedish that still do not warrant or qualify for registration. So I don't know what to make of that. And it's funny, I'm still getting destroyed. Lovedahl, nice across the face of the keeper. I'm just going to put standard, and let's go into team instructions. All right, the tempo's already much lower. All right, so we're just going to go back to standard and just kind of drop back, call the dogs off. I think we've already won this match. We're not even halfway to halftime yet, but anyway. So I was interested, in that Monaco job, and I'm certainly interested in going elsewhere. I just don't. Oh my God, what was that? And how did you miss an open netter? Interested in going somewhere else, but again, if we're going to be in the top, 50 clubs in the world, do we really want to make a jump anywhere from what we've got here? There's really no competition with us for, Lovedahl, there's his brace. Pretty much anywhere I go, if I go to one of those top clubs or top leagues, I think it's going to be, more pressure filled. But, I think you should always want to prove yourself against the best, especially, my coach in game is only 30 years old. If you were, if you were like my age in real life, you've put in your 20 plus years building yourself up, and now, getting older, it's time to kind of relax and enjoy the last half of your career, and maybe not work quite as hard, but anyway, there's a nice little drop down. Tony over the goal. 4-0. Tony's missed a few here, I am afraid. 8 chances out of the 9 on target. 18-0 on shots. I'm eating some candy. I don't know. It looks like you can hear that, but sorry. For you young guys, you know, you might be used to like going out partying till 2 or 3 in the morning and then trying to go to class or maybe go to your job first thing in the morning and kind of having a rough day. Every day kind of gets like that when you get older. I had a work event last night that I had to attend that I was doing to help a client. And so, you know, usually I'm home late afternoon and, you know, start relaxing. But last night it was about the time I usually start coming home. It was actually about the time to head over to that. So ended up putting about 5 or 6 extra hours. Oh, there's the hat trick. 5 or 6 extra hours in last night. So it was a long day. I was on my feet all day, which, you know, that doesn't help me any. And so, yeah, I was just exhausted this morning. And my boss came into town for the event to kind of to supervise. Oh, that's ugly. And it went very well, but you know, then of course now since he's in town, he wanted to work together today on you know, regular stuff, and so you know, lucky for me, he had trouble sleeping last night. He said he didn't fall asleep till about 3 in the morning. And so he was pretty exhausted too. So we put in a little over a half day out in the field, and he said, yeah, I'm about ready to go back to the hotel. I said, oh, good. Me too. So let's see. Those guys are doing well. I'm going to bring Chibicki in. Tony's missed a bunch of shots, but let's go ahead. A lot of Sanmi. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to undo that one. I want to put in Alessandro right there. Let's put him in for Krayev. There we go. Oh, Lovedahl just drilled it over the keeper for his 4th of the match. 6-0. Oh, that was just it wasn't a particularly great placement, right? That was just pretty shit defending. That's all right. The goal counts. In the final tally, that's going to be, you know, one of the greatest goals of all time, right? Nobody will know the difference. All right. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, let's call the dogs off with I had the injury. That is right. Shit. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Wow. Now I hope nobody gets hurt. Alessandro over the goal by Lindell. Looks like they had a player injured on the same play. Huh. Interesting. So, yeah, 6-0. I don't think it's going to be necessary to come back for the second leg of this. We're just going to say that it's done, and we'll figure out what we do at that point for the second half of this video. Because, yeah, we've got plenty of time. So, let's see. Dressing room. Played very well. See how bad the injury was. Four weeks to 2 months. 4 to 5 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks. So we'll leave that to the physio. Lovedoll. Yeah, you were really good, man. Who is this guy? Head coach for Ingolstadt? Oh, they're German First Division. Okay. They are evidently interested in signing Eric Lovedoll, my young striker, who has 14 goals in 9 matches this year. So, not really interested in him going anywhere. It's nice that he's wanted, but he's wanted by us too. So, you know what I probably should do? I'm going to go ahead and offer him a new contract. He's making 170. He doesn't want any more. I'll actually offer him 180. And he's 22. You know what? So crank that up to 4 years. Good. Accepted the offer. Maybe that'll keep the guys off of me. All right. Eric is not for sale. All right, let's take a look at the schedule. So we won the friendlies. We're going to do this. I guess we'll come back maybe for AIK. Just to get back into the Premier. Unless we have something more interesting with Champions Cup pop onto the screen. Because, again, I think we're going to end up putting this away pretty handily at some point. I mean, Göteborg, it seems we always have one club that has an above average season, but everybody's chasing us. So, all right, guys, well, we'll put a cut right here. We'll come back for a match somewhere to round out the video. And like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on the job market, see what happens. And but odds are, we'll look to probably get another piece of silverware, boost our profile, maybe get more into that 4th star, which we are now into. So that's good. And go from there. So see you guys back in a bit. All right, guys, we are back. As you can see, we ended up beating Miadost 5-0, so 11-0 on aggregate in the second leg of qualifying. A lot of Sonmi came on at halftime and put in. Actually, no, we played heavily rotated. He played the whole game. Hat trick. Leone, Dominic Ball also scored goals. Then we came out and played Orgrit. We actually gave up an early lead, played like crap the first half, and then I made a couple of halftime substitutes, and Lovedoll scored right before he came off, and then a lot of Sonmi came on in reserve in this game and scored a brace. So Ivan Toney got a late goal. Lindell, our left back, got a goal as well. So we looked pretty good. On the job front, things have been a little crazy. I am actually in the running for a couple of jobs. So here is just a list of the jobs. I'll scroll down so you can kind of pause if you want. You remember Richards Bay when we went to Ubuntu Cape Town? Strange they're looking for a coach again. But anyway, there are the jobs that have come up. I am surprised I have not been fired because I have applied for a couple. You can see here Atletico Bilbao and Barca has come available. So that was striking. If we take a look at the job center, I am actually even for the Watford job, have not even applied for it yet. I'm 4-1 for Bilbao, and Did not see Barcelona in here. Let's see. There they are. Luis Enrique. I don't remember where he's from. Career stats. No. Milestones. There we go. So he was the Spanish head coach. Bayern before that. So odds are he's going to get that job. Actually, prior coach at Barca, to be fair. So he'll probably get that. So I am looking at the Atletico Bilbao job, possibly. So we'll worry about that if and when it comes up. So let's get into the match. We are playing, who are we playing? We're playing F91 Dundalage. And I had to look them up, and they are from Luxembourg First Division. So we are favored 1-10. Wow. I am going to go ahead and play my 4-3-3. I'm going to play with a slight rotation. A lot of Sanmi will come in for Tony. Defense. Not much, we're just really low on players in the cup, and that's poor roster management, I suppose. We are having to number several players that are getting added. I have also made a couple of moves. We'll go over that in a future episode, probably closer to the end of the transfer window. I am possibly going to we had 4 players join the club that we had signed earlier in the year, most of them young players, but a couple of them can possibly play right away if we needed them to. And so we'll look at them as they come up. Let's go, boys. Kraev, speaking of the devil, he is up for, he's on the market. Just trying to thin out my roster a little bit. I've got a lot of players this season that have been complaining about lack of first team soccer. So, I'm looking to cull the roster a little bit and streamline that just a little bit. It won't be a complete gutting, but it'll be enough to try to, narrow it down to where I don't have a ton of players. Just every week it seems like complain. And I'm like, dude, are you looking at the people sitting in front of you there? That must have been a penalty on us. How do you expect to start over that guy, But I don't think they care. So anyway, we'll just make do with that. But I think we're going to get rid of, I'm going to try to get rid of several players and go from there. Damn, so close. Let's give them a little bit of encouragement. I really think we should win this easily. It was kind of like that last match against Orgrit. We went down early, played really poor in the first half, and I kind of yelled at them at halftime. I mean, we're 8-0 on shots, 4 chances, and just haven't, unlucky right now, I think. So, when the goals do start coming, they'll probably come in a tidal wave. But, then you have a play like that and you go, God, do my guys even remember how to play football? All right, there's Mad's finger. I did not try to trade Milner because he's retiring at the end of the season. So, all right, there's Lundqvist. Oh, what a save by their keeper there. Ooh, Feltz. That was nice. Speaking of, I was noticing when Feltz, the F kind of made me think about it. I was looking at the coaches. There's actually a coach in the game, and he's obviously a real guy, and his last name is the F word. And that got me, and I didn't want to say it out, I didn't want to say the word. It's one thing to say like shit or something like that, but the F word, I think that'll probably get YouTube to probably crack down on my video. And they're already not paying me, so I don't want to get my channel banned. But yeah, I was kind of sitting there trying to think how that would work during, say, a nationally or a live televised game. I thought that would be kind of interesting, you know. Let's tell them to get creative here. Put it in again. Horrible. All right, so 12-1 on shots. I mean, you've got to assume that it's just a matter of time before some of these shots start going in, right? Lovedoll. Oh, my God. Well, the Woodwork's winning 1-0. Alrighty. Belts with another save. All right, let's see who's... I mean, nobody's playing bad. All right, Lindell, we're going to bring in Anderson. Krayev. Let's put Naguali in there. I've got him on the shopping block. You know what? Gustafson. He's actually pretty good. Let's give him his debut. What do you think? I am going to bring him in for a lot of Sonmi. That way I've got my top 2 strikers in there paired with him. But yeah, debut, man. All right, Anderson immediately gets booked. Ball then gets booked. That's fabulous. Quick succession. All right, now I'm going to tell him to demand more because now I'm just getting pissed off. A pass through the box that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. All right, Alioni sets it back up. And nothing happens. It's like dud fireworks, man. Just pop. Pop. Yeah. All right, let's do it again. Oh, there's over the top. Solanke, 1-on-1. Another good save by the keeper. Oh, another one. Gee whiz. Keeper's a worldie there, man. Brilliant saves. This is a home leg for us. I'm not going to be real happy about drawing this match. Not at home. Okay, come on. Hello. Give a shout. Oh, there we go. All right, well, we missed the goal because I was trying to give a shout. So we'll watch the replay. But Solanke scores. Savodadov with the assist. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so Alioni. Oh, it's just a nice little pass into the box. Good spot up by Solanke. All right, now let's tell him to concentrate. Well, he almost fell, recovered, and got the ball back. Oh, a penalty. Augustin Alioni going to take the penalty. This could salt it. It should salt it. Put it in, man. Put it in the net. Get in the hole. In honor of the Masters this past week. Get in the hole. All right, 2-0. So we'll take that. It's not 6-0 like our last first leg, but what are you going to do? But I do think this warrants coming back. Oh, Lovedoll. Lovedoll. Another decent save by the keeper, man. I'm pretty impressed with that guy. He's kept his team in this match big time. Little tip away. That was easy. Nakachi, that's on their club. Come on, blow the whistle. There we go. All right, so 2-0. We'll take that. We dominated that game, man. We should have won. I mean, 12 on target, 5 clear-cut chances. Jeez. That keeper had an awesome game. 4 offsides on Lovedahl, a 6-3. Ugh. I'm going to be passionate. No, I'm going to be calm. You'll have to step up against better competition. You're damn right. All right, so we'll probably Solanke. What does he want? Oh God! So he's going to get his panties in a twist because of my talk after the game. Yeah, I'm going to ask the captain to deal with that because, yeah, you know, whatever, man. Screw your head on right. We should have won that game 6-0. All right, so Trelleborg's AIK. That's an important match, but they're actually having a rough year. So Gothenburg is the club this year to worry about. So let's play that one off camera. So I think we need to come back against Dudelange for the next episode, and we'll do that one and Trellsburg, I guess. And assuming I'm still here, right? I mean, you know, so we may get hired. So next video, either second leg or job notification. Good cliffhanger there. Guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like for the video. Subscribe to the channel. And hey, we'll see you next time. Bye now.